What's the cruelest thing someone's ever paid you to do? My wedding photographer handed me $3,000 cash with a note. Don't show up. 20 minutes before walking down the aisle, Sarah pressed an envelope into my hands. Inside was a letter from David's mother with 30 crisp hundreds. Emma, David is making the biggest mistake of his life. You're not good enough for our family. Take this money and disappear. Tell everyone you got cold feet. Sarah shifted uncomfortably. She paid me $500 to deliver that. Said if you didn't take it, she had backup plans. Backup plans? Photos of you at your ex's apartment last weekend. My blood turned cold. I'd gone to pick up forgotten books. Completely innocent. But David's mother had me followed by a private investigator. The photos make it look like you're having an affair. She said if you don't take the money, she'll project them on the church wall during the ceremony. I felt sick. This woman had orchestrated everything. She'd been planning this ambush for weeks, waiting for the perfect moment when I'd be trapped. She's paying you $2,500 total, isn't she? Sarah nodded miserably. I'm a freelance photographer. I can't afford to lose work, but this feels wrong. She made me sign an NDA too. $3,000 would cover my student loans for 6 months. David and I were starting marriage $80,000 in debt. I was working 3 part-time jobs to afford this wedding, but David was upstairs waiting, who'd worked double shifts for our honeymoon, who'd sold his motorcycle to pay for my engagement ring, who'd told me last night that marrying me was the best decision he'd ever made. My sister Kate burst in, wedding coordinator clipboard in hand. Emma, what's wrong? The music's about to start. I handed her the letter and watched her face go through shock, fury, and disbelief. This psychotic woman had you stalked? Kate, get David's phone and record me reading this letter, word for word. Everything. This will destroy his family forever. If she wants to destroy our wedding, she can watch me do it properly. I read every word on camera, held up the cash, explained the photos and timeline. Sarah admitted she'd been paid to deliver the bribe and threatened with legal action if she refused. David burst in 10 minutes later, face white with rage and heartbreak. Mom did what? I showed him everything. The money spread across the table, photos, the handwritten letter in his mother's distinctive script. She's been planning this for weeks, he said quietly. That's why she insisted on hiring the photographer. She's been building a case to destroy you. David, I'm sorry. This ruins everything. Emma, you just saved our marriage before it started. You chose us over money when you're drowning in debt. We walked upstairs hand in hand. The church was full, 150 people waiting. My parents had spent their savings on this day. David took the microphone from the altar. Before we begin, Emma and I need to share something important. He played the video on the projection system. My voice reading his mother's letter, the photos, the cash spread across the basement table. The silence was absolutely deafening. David's mother, sitting front row in her purple dress, looked like she wanted to evaporate. My mother attempted to bribe my bride to abandon our wedding, David announced. She hired a private investigator to stalk Emma and create fake evidence. She planned to humiliate Emma publicly if the bribe failed. This is who she really is. David's father stood up, his face red with shame, and walked out. His grandparents followed. About 20 people total, all abandoning the woman who'd orchestrated this nightmare. Emma chose to expose your manipulation instead of taking money when she's struggling with debt. You are no longer welcome in our lives. We had our ceremony with 130 guests. The groomsmen escorted David's mother out as she screamed about me poisoning her son against family. During our first dance to At Last, David whispered, you could have taken that money and avoided all this. Some people aren't worth the price. I whispered back. Sarah took beautiful wedding photos and refused payment, saying exposing the truth was payment enough. 2 years later, David's mother offered to pay for fertility treatments and buy us a house if we'd forget this misunderstanding. We bought a shredder that same day.